August 22nd, 2016 meeting of the Planning and Economic Development Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Ansello? Here. Ms. Boyce is excused. Chairwoman DeFlorio?
Here.
Ms. Cayley? Here. Mr. Moyo? Here. President Daniele?
Here.
Thank you. Tonight, we are here first to hold our public hearing on the agricultural district. So I'm going to begin with a little background information. Again, we're meeting for the Monroe County Planning and Economic Development Committee hearing to approve and adopt proposed additions to the Monroe County Southwestern Agricultural District Number 2, the Monroe County Northwestern Agricultural District Number 5, and the Monroe County Eastern Agricultural District Number 6, collectively referred to as the districts. The public hearing is being held to give the public an opportunity to comment on, 1, the proposed additions to the district, and number 2, the recommendations of the Monroe County Agricultural and Farmland Protection Board. I hope if there is anyone present to speak this evening, they do need to sign in at the clerk's office. If you have not done so, please do so before you leave. The August 22nd, 2016 public hearing before the Monroe County Planning and Economic Development Committee will now come to order. This public hearing is part of the regular Planning and Economic Development Committee meeting. And now for the background information. Article 25AA of the New York State Agricultural and Market Law allows the county legislator to create agricultural districts. The law then requires the legislature to review each district every 8 years after its creation and every 8 years thereafter to see if it is achieving its intended purpose, which is to help conserve and encourage the use of agricultural land for the production of agricultural products. In 2002 and 2003, the New York State Legislature adopted changes to the Agricultural and Markets Law that enabled property owners to petition for adding lands to the established agricultural districts at a time designated by the county legislature. Previous to this change, property owners wishing to add lands to the agricultural district had to wait until the established 8-year anniversary date to petition the county legislature for action. A public hearing must be held prior to the legislature voting to add parcels to the agricultural district. The purpose of the public hearing is to give the public an opportunity to comment on the proposed additions. Mr. Clerk?
A mailing regarding this public hearing was sent to supervisors, clerks, and landowners of the affected towns and the Commissioner of Agriculture and Markets on July 28, 2016. Affidavit of publication and posting of hearing notice in the Daily Record and Rochester Business Journal on July 22nd, 2016 has been received and is on file in the clerk's office.
Thank you. Following the public hearing, the Planning and Economic Development Committee will take action and make a recommendation to the Monroe County Legislature for action at its next meeting, which is scheduled for 6 p.m. on Tuesday, September 13th, 2016. We will now hear public comments regarding the proposed addition to 3 agricultural districts from the audience. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to address the committee on this subject? Seeing none, I will now declare the public hearing closed. As previously stated, the Planning and Economic Development Committee will take action on the matter, and it will come before the full legislature on September 13th, 2016. Following its adoption, a report and revised district map will be submitted to the New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets. Moving on to the public forum. Is there anyone signed up for the public forum this evening?
There is not.
Is there anyone present who is not signed up to speak who would like to address the committee at this time? Seeing none, the next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. You have the July 18th, 2016 minutes before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. Next item on the agenda is new business. Mr. Clerk?
Referral 16-0189.
Moved by legislator Ansello, seconded by President Daniele. Is there any discussion? Yes, legislator Kaley.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. The information was beneficial and shortened my question time.
Thank you.
But one piece of information led to another. So, when we're speaking of the ability to, through you to the administration, to add parcels within the 8-year review, or to, propose the addition of parcels during the 8-year review, can you explain if we are talking about a singular 8-year review period, or are we talking about a review period that is singular to the agricultural district itself?
Through the chair, each agricultural district has its own 8-year review.
Thank you. So, through the chair, they could be different?
Through the chair, that's correct.
All right. Are we closing in on any of them? Thank you, through the chair.
Through the chair, yes, we're in the process of the 8-year review for the 3 western districts, and at the same time, we will be proposing consolidating those 3 western districts into 1 district.
Thank you. And then through the chair, are there any direct benefits of this action to the property owners?
Through the chair, the benefit is really for the agricultural use on the property. It provides some protection for the agricultural use from overly restrictive rules and regulations. It also provides some protection from nuisance lawsuits from neighbors for legitimate agricultural practices. It provides some notice requirements for projects that are within the area joining an agricultural district, but there's no direct financial benefit to the property owner.
All right, thank you. And then finally, how are the individual owners notified as to acceptance of the additional parcels into the district?
Through the chair, the individual property owners that applied for the inclusion will be notified.
Thank you. And then a follow-up on that one through the chair. Is there any public notice of that being done?
Through the chair, no, there's no public notice requirements upon the approval.
All right, thank you. And I do have one more. Through the chair, has there ever been the instance where an owner of any parcels that have gone into an ag district asked that they be removed?
Through the chair, yes, and that would happen during the 8-year review process.
Thank you, through the chair. I'm not sure that I understand. It would happen during the review or during that 8 years?
Through the chair, if you're referring to during the review of an annual addition, we have had people ask for their applications to be rescinded and taken back. But once a property is in, the only time that it can be taken out is during the 8-year review.
Okay, thank you.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Moving on to other matters, are there any other matters to come before the committee this evening? There being no other matters, the August 22nd, 2016 meeting of the Planning and Economic Development Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Planning and Economic Development Committee will be held on September 26th, 2016 at